Hello, this is you. On this channel, I share the reality of freedom and passion, weaving together the aesthetics of driving and the philosophy of living through my 15 years with the RX-7. Today's topic is the RX-7 and human character, because the RX-7 is nothing less than a touchstone. There was a time when anyone could get one, cheap fuel, low used car prices. Even if you crashed it while drifting, you could just laugh it off and buy another. But that era is gone. Now used prices exceed what the car cost new. Some are close to 10 million yen. Maintenance costs climb every year. Genuine parts are drying up. The RX-7 is no longer a toy. It has become a touchstone that tests your way of life and your character as a human being. And here's what you need to understand. The RX-7 doesn't turn its head for just anyone. As an ordinary man, you cannot attain it. And even if you did, you couldn't keep it. Today, I'll break down 3 conditions. Not sweet motivational talk, but the harsh truth. 1. An exceptionally high mindset. Owning an RX-7 cannot be justified with rational thinking. Ordinary people say the fuel economy is terrible, the maintenance is too expensive, it's impractical, and they walk away. But tell me this, does chasing only rationality give you any romance? Choosing hybrids or EVs is fine, but that's just joining the endless line of consumers. There's no character in that. The RX-7 is irrational. Frequent oil changes, sudden breakdowns, miserable gas mileage. Blow the engine and repairs cost in the millions of yen. Ordinary people say, impossible, but those with a high mindset say, that's exactly why it's worth doing. Society drills into us that stability is justice. And what happens to people who choose stability? They become trapped by loans, grind through boring jobs, and grow old without ever doing a single thing they truly wanted. That is the gravestone of the ordinary. A man with character doubts social conventions. He defies common sense. That's why he can continue to own an RX-7. 2. The capacity to make yourself small and elevate others. Most owners want to brag. No one could beat me in the mountains. I blew through multiple engines. But that's just boasting. That doesn't show character. A man of true character doesn't need to brag. He just drives. And he draws others out. In cars, the same rule applies. A flashy body kid screaming, "Look at me," is nothing compared to one stock, beautifully maintained RX-7. Society tells us, promote yourself, market yourself, but that's a rule made to control the masses. In a marketplace where everyone is screaming, "This is who I am," value gets buried. A man of character takes the opposite path. He doesn't puff himself up. He gives space for others to expand. He listens. Yet his silent experience and power dominate without words. That's exactly what the RX-7 does. It doesn't talk. It just shows up and silences everyone. 3. The aura of money invested. For the RX-7, money is blood. A neglected body, unmaintained parts, the market rejects it instantly. And people are no different. Only the inside matters. Don't make me laugh. Reality is harsh. 90% of impressions are decided at first sight. Cheap looks, cheap words, cheap behavior, your value collapses instantly. Society tells you frugality is a virtue, but the life of a man who clings to frugality, he ends it in sweatpants, admired by no one, buried in a cheap funeral. If that's enough for you, fine. But a man of character lives differently. Shoes, watches, suits, he invests in the elements that reflect his worth, and the world treats him differently for it. It's the same with the RX-7. Owners who spare no expense on genuine parts and high-level maintenance make the car shine. The moment you settle for cheap substitutes, both car and man become discount items. Conclusion, the RX-7 is not just a sports car. It's a mirror that tests your way of life. Question the common sense of society. Raise your mindset to the extreme. Don't brag, expand others with your presence. Invest without hesitation in what has true value. Without these 3, the RX-7 will never look your way. So the choice is yours. Will you choose rationality and end a cheap, ordinary life? Or will you build character and become the real thing? The answer lies only in how you live.